right, then let's put the spotlight now on Leap, which has secured $65 million in a funding round led by London-based private equity fund Apis Partners, with participation from existing investors like Owl Ventures, Jungle Ventures, and Peak 15 Partners. The company was founded in 2019, and Leap owns Leap Scholar, Leap Finance, GB, and Yockit. It's a study abroad platform and provides end-to-end services for students pursuing international education and careers. And of course, to talk about that big fundraise, I'm now joined by Arnav Kumar, the co-founder at Leap. Thank you very much, Arnav, for joining us here on ET Now. All right, so you have raised $65 million in a Series E round. Could you share more details of the fundraise in terms of how this fundraise really be deployed at? Who were the investors?
Sure. No, again, firstly, thank you for having me. And it's a privilege to sort of be here. I'm an avid watcher of your show, so it's great to be a part of it. As you rightly said, we have raised $65 million in Series E financing. This is a new round that we have raised. The last round we had raised a couple of years ago. And since the last round, we have now grown close to 4 times in terms of revenue. And we have become EBITDA positive. So largely, these funds are going to be used for some very carefully earmarked purposes. One is, like, if you know about our business, we are in the business of supporting students with their dreams of global education. And we offer a lot of advice. We help them find the right sort of schools for them, the right programs. We make sure they have the best chance of getting into these best programs. And then we also provide financing and post-financing support to these students. So ours is an information search cost business where, because like students have so many options, they have to choose between these thousands of colleges and like 10,000 courses to decide which is the right course for them and how will they make a career out of it. So I think one use of funds that we have is deep investment in sort of AI technologies, because with the advances that have happened in the last 12 to 24 months, the information search cost is very rapidly dropping. And we see a lot of scope of how the experience can be improved for the students, and not just here, but across the world, how we can improve the experience of students by making search cost very, very low and providing them very contextual, tailored information to their needs. So a lot of this fundraise that we have done, it's going to go into technology development, especially related to AI tools, which help students make the right decision by lowering search cost. That is one clear sort of use of funds. Secondly, since the last time we raised capital, we have now expanded to 10 more geographies outside of India, and we have gotten fantastic response in terms of demand. So very happy with how things are picking up there. So part of these funds will be to further expand geographies and double down on the existing geographies where we are seeing uptake and demand. And the third is that we want to opportunistically keep some capital aside for inorganic opportunities, because we do see some very interesting sort of startups building things which we feel can be synergistic to what we are doing. So some dry powder will be kept for that.
So your company runs the world's largest online community of study abroad aspirants. Now, with global uncertainty sort of coming in due to the Trump administration, you also have the 2 wars brewing. We do hope that there is closure to those wars. But have you seen any kind of an impact as a result of these geopolitical headwinds? If yes, then how is your business insulated? So if you could answer that question as well.
Yeah, so business is going well. That's the reason we have been able to raise this round, is because business is doing well. I think we take a lot of pride in the fact that over the last 4 to 5 years, we have built a business which is very resilient and very adaptable. I think we pride ourselves in being one of the best teams out there in consumer internet, which can sort of move fast, adapt, change. And I think we have been able to do that consistently well, which is why business is doing well, and we have been able to raise this round. What we are seeing is that students' demands are shifting. There are geographies where students are now more sort of keen. So what generally happens is, see, this is a big career choice for the student to figure out where do they want to pursue higher education, where do they want to build their career. And students are extremely smart. Like, one thing we love about this business is that our students that we work with are extremely smart. Most of them are working professionals. So they are cognizant of the fact on what geographies have the best career options, which geographies have the most, where is the economy doing the best, where are the jobs being created. And I strongly feel that over the long term, this sector will have secular growth. And even sort of in the current, like it has been growing consistently for the last 20 years, despite all the changes in the world, and it will continue to grow. What does happen is that demand shift between corridors. So for example, right now we are seeing a very, very strong demand in, let's say, Europe, which includes UK, Ireland, Japan, Germany, um, uh, Italy, France. So we are seeing very strong demands in these corridors. US remains like very, very strong. So the way we have been able to kind of insulate ourselves and grow despite that is because we keep sort of aligning to students' aspirations. So if most students are today looking to sort of, for example, in engineering, looking to go and study in public German institutions, we are able to orient sort of our company and our processes and our products and the technology that we have built according to that. So that is why I think we have built a very resilient sort of anti-fragile business, which is able to adapt to demands and changes in the market.
Have you seen any fall in business queries for your value-added offerings like IELTS, TOEFL, and SAT admissions and visa counseling as post-work visa rules tighten?
So I think just to take the question one by one, for example, for our test prep products, and we offer test prep for multiple sort of products, we have actually seen consistent growth over the years. So for IELTS, Duolingo English test is something that we are seeing a very, very strong uptick on. PT is something we launched like 6 months back. We are seeing very strong demand on that. So I think we are still a very, very small player in this sort of segment. For example, if you know, close to 1 million students went to study abroad sort of last year. That's the last time the data was published. And I think we are still a very small single percentage market share player in this market. And I think we are well oriented and well positioned to gain market share because, again, we have capabilities on how to acquire users digitally. We acquire most of our users online. We can cast a wide net. We can offer very, very tailored products. So I think we have been gaining market share in this segment rapidly. And maybe because of that, while the industry grows at a certain pace, we actually grew at a much faster pace than the industry. So we have not seen any demands. In fact, we are growing on sort of all segments. We have become more aggressive. We are growing across sort of all the segments, including test prep, community, counseling services for students, financing, value-added services. In all these sort of dimensions, we are growing because, again, we are a small player in the market. We are a technology-enabled player. We have products that help us acquire users very, very easily and engage with them for a long term, which I think these capabilities are unique to us in this industry. And that is why we are consistently gaining market share. And that's why our numbers, in terms of all the numbers that you look at, have improved and continue to improve.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Arnav, for joining us right here on Startup Central and taking the time out.